Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The video that I'm going to put out tonight is going to be a short video, okay? And it's going to be different than what I've been covering the past couple of days, okay, with the hurricane and stuff like that. Not that I'm trying to stray away from that. I'll get back on it tomorrow because there's a lot more information that has been coming out. And I believe that it's something that there's still going to be a lot of information coming out. It's very surprising, some things that that have been coming to light, especially about survivors that have been ignored by the federal government, okay, from being rescued out in North Carolina. But like I said, this video tonight's not going to be about that. The video that I'm going to play tonight came out yesterday, and I believe is beginning to gain some steam, but not as much as I believe that it should. Okay, and if you read the title and my thumbnail, this video is exactly that. Okay, once again, okay, people in a school, okay, thought that they could basically take it upon themselves, behind the backs of parents of the children, to go and administer, okay, a sleeping aid to the kids. Okay, how long has it been going on? Nobody knows, but supposedly this time the whistleblower, okay, is not an adult, okay, it is a child. And I could only imagine how I would feel if I had a child and my child came to me, okay, came home from school, and I find something strange going on with my child, and when I start asking my child questions, especially when my child is like 5, 6, 7 years old, that my child would tell me that the teacher has been giving them drugs. Just to hear the innocence of that child explaining it, I don't know how I would react to that. I mean, my first instinct would probably will definitely be one of just pure rage. Okay, now I'm not showing this video or doing a reaction on it to get people enraged to go and hurt anybody that knows my content. Like I always say, I do not advocate violence, but I'm putting this out to spread more awareness that, you know what, it's been far too long that many individuals in the Board of Education system think that they could keep messing with people's kids. Okay? I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for the Board of Education to be revamped or to put their foot down and tell everyone to lay off of everybody's kids, or where somebody's going to step in and basically, in my opinion, which I think should happen, they need to just shut down the whole Board of Education and start from scratch. Okay? That's just the way I see it. But before I put any more thoughts into it, I'm going to play this video so you guys can see what's going on. This happened in Texas, I believe, a day ago. Check this out. Here we go.
Story: parents in Texas demanding action after multiple employees at an elementary school allegedly gave sleeping aid patches containing melatonin to 4-year-olds. Stephanie Ramos is here with more on this story. Good morning to you, Steph.
Lara, good morning. It all came to light when a 4-year-old returned home from preschool with a sticker. Her mom says the sticker looked suspicious, and when she started to do her research, she found the sticker was actually a sleeping patch containing melatonin for adults.
This morning, an investigation is underway at a Houston school after preschool teachers were accused of giving kids, quote, special stickers that are believed to be sleeping aids.
I have straight anxiety just thinking about what's going on with the school.
Last month, Lisa Luviano says her 4-year-old daughter came home from school with a sticker that featured a moon and clouds.
it caught mine and Dad's attention, and we asked, what did she say? And she said, it's a sleeping sticker. And I asked her, where do you get this? She's like, well, my teacher gives it to me for sleeping time.
Luviano says she went to the school the next day to report.
Now, I don't know if anybody caught that. It's a short video. I do have another one, though. But you heard what the reporter said, that last month this was reported. And now you listen to what the mother says. Okay, listen one more time.
What did she say? And she said, it's a sleeping sticker. And I asked her, where do you get this? She's like, well, my teacher gives it to me.
She said, my teacher gives it to me. I'm going to play it one more time.
She's like, well, my teacher gives it to me for sleeping time.
My teacher gives it to me for sleeping time. Which means, okay, that if this was reported last month, okay, what are we in now? September, October? Okay, that was probably in the beginning of the school year, I would assume. But that means, and I don't know exactly when school starts in Texas, but everybody knows nationwide it usually starts in some states August or September, and they end up getting out earlier. But that's not the point here. But if this was reported last month, and the little girl said, her daughter said, the teacher gives it to me for sleeping time, that means that whoever it is, whatever teacher, okay, and it's not one, by the way, okay, 4 people have been removed. 2 teachers and 2 supposedly paraprofessional helpers, they call them, or some bullshit like that. That means they've been giving this to these kids probably every single day. Okay? And a 4-year-old like that, without the parents' consent, without realizing if any of these children may have some sort of medical defect that they cannot just be given any kind of medication, and it doesn't matter if anybody says it's just melatonin. And I'll explain to you why it's dangerous. Okay, let's finish this. I'm going to read an article, then we'll play another video so you can see what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Luviano says she went to the school the next day to report the sticker she believes was melatonin, but claims her concerns weren't immediately addressed.
They said they were going to keep up with us, that they're here for us. 2 days later, she calls back. The teacher's still there.
The district tell...
You heard that. Right away, once again, the Board of Education, the draconian entity that they are, basically blew the mother off. Okay? Once again, leave it up to the teachers and the department and the school or whoever's involved to just blow the parent off when someone else is committing harm to their children.
Telling ABC station KTRK, the staff members in question were immediately removed from the classroom and placed on administrative leave pending an ongoing investigation by the Spring ISD Police Department, and that it takes every allegation of educator misconduct seriously and will take all necessary measures to ensure that our students are educated in a safe and nurturing environment.
We send our kids to school knowing that our kids are going to be safe here. We trust our teachers. For that to happen, that's unacceptable.
So frightening. There have been no charges filed against those teachers, but guys, thank goodness that little girl.
Okay, I'm going to end it there because that in itself right there, saying that no charges have been filed against the teacher, I mean, that is just mind-blowing. That is so damn mind-blowing that they're treating this as allegations and that no teachers have been arrested. I'm going to get to why. I'm telling you right now, I am so pissed off making this video. Even though it's only about 2 minutes, there is so much to unpack in this that why there is, I mean, they're saying there's an investigation going, but it's been what, a month? Okay, what exactly is it that they need to investigate? It should be as simple as this. Did you give these kids these sleeping patches? Yes. Turn around, you're arrested. That's it. That's it. No more questions to ask. There's not a good enough reason to ask why did you give that. There's nothing. It's did you or did you not give these patches to these kids? Yes, we did. Turn around. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. That's it. Lock them up. Take their ass straight to prison. And then let the lawyers get involved and find out what the hell's going to happen to these people. I'm going to read the article. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. It says parents accuse school employees of giving students sleep aid stickers. I love the way ABC starts it. Parents accuse school employees of giving students sleep aid stickers. Even with the child coming with one saying that the teacher gave it to them, they're still going to say that the parents are accusing the teachers. But it gets better. Because the next video I'm going to show you, there's more parents in the same school that are complaining because of what's happening to their children. We're going to get to that, but I'm going to read this, okay? And this should truly piss people off, okay? It's bad enough that the school board has been, that the school district, the school board, the board of education, the schools have been infiltrated by people trying to sexualize your child. Or people's children, I should say. Okay? That's not good enough. It's bad enough that they have to take God out the equation in school. They try to sexualize your child. They try to teach your child about transgender studies behind people's backs, behind their parents' backs. They try to give them books that are filth. Okay? Teaching about all kinds of transgenderism. Okay? That lifestyle. Okay? It's bad enough that parents have to go to school board meetings and be deemed, okay, by Homeland Security as domestic terrorists. It's bad enough in California that Gavin Newsom passed a law, okay, saying that if parents don't coddle their child's identity or whatever the case is, that the children will be taken away from them. It's bad enough that in California they pass laws into school, they leave it up to the teacher's discretion, okay, to give out any information to the parents about their children's sexuality. And now you have in Texas and a place in Houston that if I'm correct, that is mostly Democrat, you have teachers now giving kids drugs to put them to sleep. All right. It says an investigation is underway at a Texas elementary school after preschool teachers allegedly distributed stickers to students that are believed to be sleeping aids. Wow. Lisa Luviano, the mom of a 4-year-old student at Northgate Crossing Elementary School in Springs, told ABC News TV that her daughter came home from school with a sticker featuring a Starry Night-like design. She said it's a sleeping sticker, and I asked her, "Where did you get this? Where did you get this?" Luviano told KTRK. She's like, "Well, my teacher gives it to me for sleeping time." So that means that it didn't happen once. Okay? Luviano said after hearing her daughter's response, I had straight anxiety just thinking about what's going on in the school. Luviano said she believes the sticker placed on her daughter was melatonin, a hormone that plays a role in sleep according to the National Institute of Health. Now, like I said, some people are going to say, what's the big deal is melatonin? Listen, the big deal is it's not your child to be giving them any medication without the parent's consent. What if that child has sleep apnea? What if the child has some kind of heart murmur? What if that reaction puts that child to sleep and that child does not wake up or has a seizure or is on medication for something that the school doesn't even need to know about? Only the parent knows. Okay? A lot of parents have have medical conditions with their children, well, they'll give them one pill a day, one in the morning, and that's it. Okay? They don't send it off with the teacher. They don't tell the principal. No. Before that child goes to school, they'll give the child their medication for the day. That's it. What if this melatonin does something to this child that puts this child to sleep and that child doesn't get up or goes into a seizure? Okay? And there's different levels of taking melatonin. One for adults, one for children. Obviously, the person that gave this to the children not only, okay, I mean, was, I can't even think of the right word for this person. But not only was this person wrong for doing it, but they also gave the children an adult dose of this melatonin. And some people may say, no, melatonin, there's no such thing as certain doses. When I get to the next video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay? That is going to be scary. Now, let's finish this off. It says the day after the conversation, where Luviano said she believes the sticker placed on her daughter was melatonin, a hormone that plays a role in sleep, according to the National Institute of Health. The day after the conversation with her daughter, Luviano said she went to the school to report the sticker. She told KTRK she believes her concerns were not immediately addressed. Of course not, because that's what the Board of Education does. They bring in these rogue teachers. They get rid of the good ones. They bring in these rogue teachers. They bring in these people that are not professionals, and they basically give them free reign to do with whatever they want with your children. And then when a parent comes and says, what have you done with my child? It's like, shut up, it's not your child. And this is the problem with a leftist Democrat regime running this country. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Many people have been saying it. They are coming for your children. They want to harm your children. They do not care about your children. Okay? They just don't. They think that they have the authority to do whatever they want. This is why people need to start going to fucking prison when it comes to kids and situations like this. This is when all the parents, male and female, have to start petitioning and start getting people arrested from the school board, from schools, from the Board of Education, from whoever's in charge, and start demanding that they go to prison. Okay? Because let a parent do something to their own child and let some damn liberal come and say that wasn't right, you go to prison. Like Gavin Newsom has just proven in California. That if you step in the way of telling your son, no, you're not a girl, or telling your daughter, no, you're not a boy, they're taking your children away from you. They said they were going to keep up with us. That they're here for us. Luviano said 2 days later, the teachers are still there. Okay. Now this is basically word for word of what you've seen in the video. We're gonna go to the next video where I'm gonna show you that what this teacher did was bad for the kids. Okay. Because it's not just this mom speaking up. 2 other parents are speaking up. And again, before anybody says that it was just melatonin, really, let's see what this adult melatonin sticker did to 2 other students. Here we go. Okay, this video was put out yesterday by One Woman, One Mouth. So shout out to her. People, you should go to her channel and show her some support. Okay. She's down on the ground doing, covering stories that a lot of the mainstream media is not going to cover. Okay. But before I play the video, a couple of things real quick. Number one, I want to give a special shout out to Bertha for sending me a donation last night. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. It truly helps out a lot with the channel. And also, I want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. If you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. Also, I'm noticing that influx again with subscriptions and people leaving me messages that they're not getting notifications. So it looks like that the subscriptions are, people are leaving the channel, whatever the case is. I can't find out where, from what video. The only thing I could think of is that some people that haven't been on YouTube, after a while, YouTube like deletes their channel. But please, make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification bell is on. If videos come up and you don't get a notification, let me know. Okay? A lot of people have been doing it. I know that YouTube has been sending me notifications. Again, that they're changing things around with the notification count because of a new feature that's going to be coming out. I'll try to get into that later on. It's something to do with the likes and the notification, something to that effect, where you people could basically grade my video and push me out, so that I could get more exposure. But that's something that's gonna in the next few months. But they're supposedly working on the app, so I guess those are all the glitches and bugs and stuff like that. But still, make sure you subscribe, check your notification, and if not, just check with the channel every day, every other day. You all know that I drop videos either every day, every other day. Okay, and in my description, I'll be leaving a link to Loza Alexander's Gifts and Go campaign. So if you guys can help out in any way by donating or leaving them words of encouragement and prayer, it's all greatly appreciated. So with all that being said, this video was put out, okay, yesterday, and I'm going to explain to you why this is so dangerous, okay, about what these teachers did. And this is why I feel that people in Houston, whoever's part of this school, okay, whichever parents, they need to get together and petition and get people fired. The teachers, the administrators, whoever has been sitting on this for the past month, they need to get fired, okay? And they need to get answers from the freaking police department to find out what the hell is going to go on, what is going to happen to those adults, okay? They took it upon themselves to administer, okay, a sleep aid patch that was meant for adults, not for children. Check this out.
2 teachers and 2 aides have been suspended so far. Still, they don't feel comfortable sending their kids back to school. What happened with the sticker?
The sticker makes me fall asleep.
This is 4-year-old Lane Luviano. She's the one that broke this case open in September when she snuck one of her sleepy stickers out of the classroom.
Look at that.
Kind of pulled up her little shorts and said, "Mom, look, this is my sleeping sticker." And I was like, "The what?"
When Lane's mom, Lisa, saw the sticker, she thought it was strange and asked her daughter about it. And the teacher gives it to you. Where she put it?
On my arm.
On your arm? Which part? Point to it. Right up there?
Yeah.
Well, what's it look like?
Sleeping with a moon on it.
Lane's dad says he's known something was wrong since school first started.
2 o'clock in the morning, I'm hearing her room, some noise in the room, and I'm going over there. She's still up.
Okay, now you heard that. The father knew something was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. The little girl's basically wired. Okay? Which could only mean one thing. Basically, they got these kids asleep for hours during the school day. Okay? This is just the beginning. Stick with me, folks. Here we go.
She gives you the sticker, you put the sticker on, and it makes you tired?
Yeah.
Wow. And all the kids get them?
Yeah.
They never notified
Yeah.
parents.
So Lisa took matters into her own hands. She reached
You heard when he asked her, do all the kids get them? She said, yeah. And the mother came on and said they never notified the parents. Once again, taking it upon themselves to do whatever the hell they want with your children.
out to the other parents in Lane's class, sent them pictures of the patch to see if their kids were getting the stickers too.
I showed it to my 4-year-old, and she said, yes, that's the sleepy sticker.
Melissa Guilford.
You see, so a second child calling it the sleepy sticker. This is how these people infiltrate classrooms, and they use these little cute trigger words, okay, to eat up your child's mind. This is wrong, people. This is wrong, and why there is not a major investigation is only because of one thing. Excuse me. Everybody knows that the Board of Education is in cahoots with the freaking government. Okay? The Board of Education has been given carte blanche by the Biden administration, by the Obama administration when he was president, whoever it is, whichever Democrat in the White House, whichever Republican, to pretty much say, you know what, do whatever you want, we got your back. That even Homeland Security was given the green light to deem parents, okay, domestic terrorists when they go and they complain at a school board meeting. I'm telling you, it gets better.
Wilford immediately went online to research the sticker.
Sleep Z patch. Okay, so, and if you read the ingredients on them, it has a lot of, I mean, it's just things I've never even heard of. And they're giving them drugs that make...
You heard that, right? She looked it up online. It has stuff in it that they've never even heard of. So once again, if your child is taking a medication at home that nobody knows about, how do they not know that whatever chemicals are in these patches, okay, is not going to counteract and hurt the children? They don't even think about stuff like that. Okay? Listen to what this black woman has to say. And this goes to show you how dangerous it is.
And they're giving them drugs that make them sleep, to keep them quiet.
Najala Abdullah tells us she noticed changes in her son, who told her he'd been getting the stickers too. She says he'd been crying, stopped eating, and was bringing home lunches that he hadn't touched.
Her son's been crying, stopped eating, and bringing home the food that she sends him. She's bringing back home the food that she sends him to school with. What does that sound like, people? What does that sound like? Sounds like an addict with withdrawals. This is incredible. The child is having side effects. And oh man. My mind is like, right now in my head, I got about 10,000 motherfuckers in there. Just ready to let out. Okay? And just let the school board have a piece of their mind. I mean, if anybody could understand. You know, a lot of these adult medications, okay? You hear the commercials. Take this sleep aid to go to sleep. Side effects could be that you're bleeding through your ass, you're farting through your eyes, you're burping through your ears, all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay? But it'll help you sleep for 12 hours. If you have any side effects, consult your physician. So with all these chemicals that are in these patches, they're giving them to the kids, and that woman's son is crying. How many times do we hear from all these new breakthrough medications of adults having all kinds of symptoms, suicidal thoughts, depression, anxiety, all these side effects? That's why they tell them consult with your physician first before you take any of this medication. And if you start experiencing any of these side effects, stop taking the medication right away and go see your doctor. So this little boy can't eat. He's crying. He won't touch the food that his mother's sending him to school with. And on top of all that, the teacher is drugging him up and making him sleep. So it's like, okay, I did my job for the day. Now you go home and let your mom deal with it. No regard at all. And this is the same thing they do. Okay? When they want to indoctrinate your kid in school with all the DEI, okay? With all the critical race theory, with all the transgenderism, with the hate for God, the hate for their parents, the hate for people on the other side that don't think like them. This is what they do. I have been warning, okay, and putting out content since I started my channel about the school board. I haven't done it as of late, I admit, but I'm always trying to stay on it. Now we got something else to worry about. Okay? Now this may just be a one-off in that school. I'm not saying this happening in other schools. But like I said before, okay, if it's going to start somewhere once, it's going to spread. If these children never showed any side effects, if they never said nothing, if that mother never found that sticker a month ago, just imagine the condition of the little boy, how he would be now a month later.
The parents have shared with us an email they received from Northgate Crossing Elementary's principal today. The email states 2 of the school staff members were put on leave after they allegedly administered sleeping supplements to students on September 24th. The email also states the Spring ISD Police Department is investigating.
And there you have it. They're investigating. They admit to it, and they're investigating. Why are they investigating? Why? If they admitted to it, and the children are admitting to it, and the parents are bringing up these concerns, why were they only put on leave, or just, told to leave, and the police department is only, what is there to investigate? You got the proof. They told you straight out. What is it that you're trying to investigate? I'll tell you what they're doing. The Board of Education, this probably went straight to the top. The teachers union is involved. The Board of Education, since they have so much power with the government, they're telling the police to stand down. Plain and simple. That's just the way I see it. Just the way I see it. Okay? Imagine if a parent was doing this at home and the kid was going to school showing those side effects, and the teacher asked the child, and the child said, "Mommy and Daddy, give me this sticker with the little moon on it and the stars." And then the teacher thought that, you know what, that doesn't sound right. And then she called child services. The parents will be locked up. The child will be taken away. You know this for a fact. That's exactly how it will go down. Because they'll say, even though you're giving the child melatonin, it's adult melatonin, not child melatonin that you can buy. But let a teacher do it who is protected by the Board of Education, okay, and the government do it. It's under investigation. Meanwhile, now this woman, I would assume, and I would hope that she has to take her child to the doctor so they can find out exactly why, not so much why the boy can't sleep, why can't he eat, and why is he crying? It's obviously a side effect. People, if you can't afford to send your child, if you can't afford to keep your child home from homeschooling, you need to get into every aspect of their day. Especially when you take them to school, when you drop them off and pick them up. You need to get into it. This whole thing about teachers saying that you're not allowed to get into your children's business, it's none of your business what happens in the school, this and that. You don't have that right, because I've heard it before. I've heard it from friends who all of a sudden their children changed and came home and said, my guidance counselor and my teacher said, I ain't got to tell you nothing. And they were like, no, you're going to pump the damn brakes on that one. Because that's what they do. Okay? And more so when you have a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. I'm not even gonna try not to think. Okay? Well, I should say I'm gonna try not to think that it went beyond them just putting them to sleep. But you know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm getting at. You know what I'm thinking. Okay? How many times do we hear about it? About that 1 or 2 teachers that they arrest because of certain things. Okay? That happened in school. And now you got teachers there drugging the kids to put them to sleep all day. That's giving them side effects, keeping them up, makes them cry. They don't want to eat. Really? And the cops are going to say we're investigating? Investigating what? You've got the confession and you've got the victim's testimony. What are you investigating? If you ask me, it's the Board of Education trying to, I don't know, maybe get the teachers off. This is a problem, people. This is a problem. And it just seems like the Board of Education, that they hire people that think they could pretty much do whatever the hell they want with other people's kids. But then you try and go to one of their children, if they have any, and try to speak common sense, and right away it's like, don't talk to my child. You know, teachers, not all teachers, there's many good teachers out there, but they're the ones that are being silenced. A good teacher would never do anything like this. As a matter of fact, a good teacher does not want their kids to fall asleep in class. They want their children to learn everything that they can while they're in that school. While they're in their classroom, they want them to learn as much as they can. Good teachers don't like children that are easily distracted. They want the children's attention at all times while they're in their class. Those are good teachers. But all we keep hearing about is teachers that are gay, transgender, trying to manipulate your kids, lying, bragging about indoctrinating your kids. Now we got them drugging up the kids. You got teachers that are out there molesting kids. I mean, and what does the Board of Education do? Nothing. And then you see all these teachers when they do get fired, okay, which is not many, but some of them do. You see them putting up videos on TikTok crying. I got fired because somebody misgendered me, or they made me take down the pride flag, or I gave a sleep aid patch to a 4-year-old. Hoping that these people get fired. And in my opinion, I know some people are probably going to say, you know what, well, we should forgive them and give them a chance. It's not so much about forgiving and giving them a chance. It's they have to pay the consequences. They're adults. They knew what they were doing. They didn't do this one time. And it wasn't like they just did it to one child. They've done it to 3. How many of the other parents are not speaking up? God only knows. And even if they only did it to one child, why? You should never take a chance like that. Ever take a chance administering any kind of medication, anything, for as harmless as you think it is. You should never try, especially if they're not your child and you don't know if that child is already taking just any kind of medication at home. You should never take a chance like that. But these people think that, they can pretty much do and, say and do whatever they want with your children. And here we are. I'm going to try to stay on this and find out what happens. And I think everybody else should also. And you need to spread the word, spread this video around, and people need to start really having some serious conversations with their children. And like I said, get into every aspect of their daily routine. Fuck what the teachers, the Board of Education, the Democrats, the liberals, Biden, Kamala, the transgender teachers, whoever, forget what they say. That is your child, or those are your children, and that's it. Plain and simple. That's it. Anyway, that's what I got for you. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. Also, I'm leaving a link to Loza Alexander's Gifts and Go campaign. If you guys can help them out in any way, or leave them words of encouragement and prayer, like I say, it's all greatly appreciated. So remember, people, stay vigilant. Keep praying. Keep praying for each other. Keep praying for the women and the children. Okay, I know I say it every day because it is so important. Okay, pray for your enemies. Pray for this country. Pray for Donald Trump. And don't forget to get out there and vote. And pray for all the victims from Florida all the way up to Tennessee that have been suffering, that are still missing, that are being left behind from all these storms. Pray that they get the help that they need, and that 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 God could get them and bring them like some major comfort, because I could only imagine, okay, what they're going through, and knowing that so many, have perished. I can only imagine what they're going through. Peace.